Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday night. That's right, I am on a little later than normal, but we are here to talk about Dogecoin and crypto, certainly regaining support. And what's next? Where's this going from here? We're just going to dip back down. We heading straight up, more little sideways action. What's going to be going on? So we're going to cover that. Would have loved to have been on earlier when we saw this big rise up in especially Doge, because Doge was outperforming a lot of cryptos today. I think a lot of this was pent up buying angst, just waiting for something to happen. So that was nice to see. And, it tailed off a bit, and we might be seeing a little bit of pullback right now as we're starting the stream. But usually when Kriss is live, things tend to turn around and go up. So we'll be watching that as well. So how's everybody doing? Welcome. Duber, yes, notifications were on. You got to have your notifications on. If you're watching this on a video replay, you've missed out on the live. I mean, you could be doing something else like watching the Jets on Monday Night Football or something like that. Your choice, but better to be here because this is your financial future. That's right. Financial future is here. Are we going to get rich? What's Doge going to do? What's Elon going to do? We were talking about Elon a lot past few days because he's been kind of hinting and more about Doge. Yes. So we'll cover that as well. If you guys don't follow me on X Twitter, I've been reposting and talking about what those Elon tweets look like, and had a good video that I put out yesterday about, is Elon really serious? Got some good reaction. Got a few that are still very skeptical about one Elon Musk. And is he just really trolling us? So we're going to cover all of that and also look at some key charts about overall altcoins as well, because we are looking at the altcoin market and it looks like starting to make some moves over Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is still going to drive a lot of the price action, I think, for the rest of September due to liquidations. A lot of short liquidations today. Yes, prices were coming up and we're snagging multi-million-dollar shorts. But it didn't turn into a complete short squeeze, or we would have seen Bitcoin up to 60K. But that didn't happen yet. Yet, I say, because that could still be coming. So let me drop down here in the corner and let's take a look at the charts and what's happening with Doge. 10.33 now. It was up here at 10.4, which was good. Almost touched 10.5. Didn't quite hit it, but came pretty close a couple times. And then, well, we will see. We will see how this fades out, whether we see some more leveraged longs wanting to be taken out, and we're going to see Bitcoin dip down a bit. We look at the 4-hour chart, though, and we see this nice move up from Dogecoin. Again, we were buying down here, 9.09. That's right. On Friday, the Friday live stream, we had this big dip. I had just bought this Dogecoin down here at 9.09, saying the nines are not going to hold forever. It never really got down to 8.9. If I had that limit order set there, it would not have hit. So glad I moved it up. Grabbed more Doge while I was picking up a few other altcoins as well, which are now higher as well. Again, everything in this green sketchy circle here was a gift. We were talking about the past 2 weeks. Anything below 10 cents is a gift. 10.3, still a pretty good price for where we think Doge is going. Buying Doge down here, that was the gift. And we were talking about that, again, the past 2 weeks, waiting for this big run. For those of you who are waiting for Dogecoin to drop to 7 cents or to 5 cents, well, your Tether or cash is just sitting there. Like I warned you, it's probably just going to be sitting there and you're going to miss out. So we also have this giant wedge here still in play. And my white line, which is the price prediction for the month of September. So we are now above price prediction. I knew that Dogecoin would probably drop the beginning of September. It dropped more than I thought. I knew Doge would recover and then have another down. It did recover and have another down, which went even further than my prediction. But now Dogecoin has climbed up above my prediction. But we still have this out here, right here. Wednesday, September 18th, this blue vertical line, that is the FOMC meeting, the United States Fed. Jerome Powell, are they going to cut rates? Everyone kind of thinks so, as I've been predicting for the past 6 to 8 months. This is the day it's finally going to happen. Will it be a nothing burger, or will we see a little juicy, spicy trading? That's what I think, and why my September price prediction did an up and a down and maybe recovery back. We'll see. But I'm kind of expecting something like that coming next week, followed by what I think is going to be a gradual rise up to the end of September. Now, it could be a little more volatile than this, but again, this is just a month-long price prediction. But that's kind of what I see happening. So we'll be somewhere up in the upper 10s, I think, by the end of September. Again, looking at the 4-year cycles, September typically is a down month, but I'm predicting this year, 2024, September is actually going to be a green month. It's my prediction. We'll see how that plays out. But I see a lot of positive things after the doom and gloom that we've been seeing in crypto over the past few months, as the summer doldrums have just spread across. I mean, everyone was just like down, down, down on crypto. And we were waiting for some good news. We were waiting for something positive to happen. So yesterday and today, we got that. And it's a start. It's not great. I mean, it's still 10-cent Doge, right? We all think that it should be higher. Just like Bitcoin at 56,900. We all think Bitcoin should be in the 60s, but it got beat down. That's kind of expected, though. The way things were going, the volatility in the liquidations. But here we had this nice little, reverse head and shoulders here, played out perfectly as we had sketched, playing out to a T. Like in August 5th, we had this economy dump. That was the Japanese, carry trade stuff and little fear of recession, which we all think we've already been in and for quite a while. But crypto traders don't care about that. We're expecting crypto to go up this fall. As again, I've been calling for years. If you've been watching me for the past couple of years, I've been saying Q4 2024, that's when the big run is going to start. Are we starting to see a little preview of that, regaining some key support levels after this latest dip we had? Again, not as bad as early August, but a dip nonetheless, playing out that reverse head and shoulders on the Bitcoin chart, while Doge continues to consolidate in the 10s, dips down into the 9s, but regaining our 10.2 support, looking for maybe a breakout here at the end of our big wedge, right around FOMC day. So that's what I'm looking at. We'll get into the charts and the news more in just a little bit, but I want to catch up on the chat, what is going on. Again, if you guys are, if you're here live, let me know what you're thinking about all of this. Yeah, we do have a little pullback happening now. Again, they want to take out a few new leveraged longs that have just been created. Here's a 575,000 Bitcoin long that just got liquidated. So what we had was, as price was going up, particularly up near the top, this one was on Bitcoin, somewhere up here in the 57.8 or so, somebody opened up a new leveraged long to kind of ride this green candle up. 2x, 5x, 10x leverage, whatever that was. But no, price gets pushed back down and they liquidate that leverage. So there you go. Again, that's still more the play than anything else. What it takes to overcome that leverage is going to be a little run like we had with Dogecoin. And why is that? Why did that happen? We got some news articles on that. So I'll be covering that in just a minute. So what's going on, guys? Rosiansky, how are ya? And for those just joining, did you have your notifications on? And you're like, hey, Kriss Pax is live. Let's go check him out. For those who aren't subscribed, do subscribe. Make sure your notifications on. Again, I'm on live a little later tonight because I had stuff going on earlier. So I'm here now. So here we are. Also give the stream a like. We want to see those like numbers up and get some more people coming in, talking about crypto, Dogecoin, finances, all of that. And leave a question in the chat and we'll get to you. What's on your mind? What's going on? Judubagalo, we have some forward momentum finally. Yes, we do. Let's go. Well, we're going to have a little pullback though, and this was expected. So right now, just a little bit of a pullback. Going to take out some of that new leverage and then hopefully turn around and go back up. KB, glad you're here as well. Evening, Joshua. How are you? Interesting week ahead for sure, Brad. I think, again, we're going to kind of be up and down and sideways, probably here in the low 10s. Next week is going to be the big one, though. Next week, we're going to see volatility and trading pickup. So this is kind of almost a reset week. Hopefully holding up in the tens up here for Doge. Hey there, ATM. Vision Pulse believes Doge will hit $1, $1.50 by March. Do I agree? It depends. What is Elon doing? Is he just going to keep trolling us? Is he going to keep just hinting? Or is he actually going to do something with Doge? Is he actually going to do something with Dogecoin? If the answer is yes, then I'm all in with Vision Pulse. But if it's going to be continuing to be these memes and funny little quips, probably not. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I'm up 86% on my BTC 16x long. Okay, well, 16x long on Bitcoin, just watch the drop here. Depends on when you opened it and what is your liquidation price. So watch that, because the market makers are dropping the price of Bitcoin right now to take out any new leverage trades that were done up here. So what is your liquidation number, blockchain? Let us know. If it's in the 56s, be careful. Be careful. Crypto Wax, how are you? Why you sell the top and not just hold? Else you're just riding the waves and not making money. Well, I mean, as a trader, you would like to sell the top and not ride it all the way back down. That's what I did last cycle. This cycle, I'm going to be taking some profits. Am I going to hit the top? Probably not exactly, but I will be taking some profits though. That's my plan. And I have my eyes set on some real estate I want to buy. And so I won't be just holding cash. I'm going to put it into something that's going to help me out long-term, while I then, over the next couple of years, if it is indeed another bear market and the prices are going down, I will then be able to accumulate more funds, more dry powder to maybe pick a bunch of crypto up down at the bottom again, and then we'll ride it up again the next cycle. That's my plan. I'm not selling everything. I will always hold some Bitcoin. I will always hold some Dogecoin, just in case that bear market doesn't happen. But we've been through 4 cycles and there's been a bear market every time. So I'm guessing that's going to continue again. Maybe it's not as deep as the previous one. Maybe the gains aren't as big as the previous one. As we've been talking about the law of diminishing returns, as we're slowly curving our expectations down a bit. But that's what we've been talking about. Make your white line go straight up. Oh, Joshua. I wish I could do that. There's no run. This is just liquidity grab for BTC around 59K. It would crash below 50. Well, it could do that. Right now, I don't see the sentiment of that. I don't see the fear. I see more positivity happening right now. And it's not just the joy of finally seeing some green candles, but I do feel it. So, but yes, liquidity grab up here, yes, at 58, yes, for Bitcoin, and for Doge at 10.4, sure. Yep. And we see that on CoinGlass here, $43 million in the past 24 hours of Bitcoin shorts. ETH, $32 million. So they were grabbing some shorts, the big shorts, the big ones, where they're going to be doing $100 million liquidations, are up at 70K. When Bitcoin gets moving, it's going up there, and those shorts are going to get wrecked. Right now, they're still sitting pretty good. But we'll see how that goes. I've already made money on it. BTC will wick to 38K. Wow. 38K. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Yeah, Wade, live a little later today. As I said on Friday, I knew I had, let's call it an appointment. I had an appointment earlier today. We were actually out with some clients post-meeting today, having a good time. So Vision Pulse also said that he's not entirely ruling out the possibility Doge can reach $2. I mean, sure, right? He's so far ahead of, I mean, Doge is at 10 cents. What are we talking about $2 Doge for? When Doge is still 10 cents. Yeah, it's nice to dream a bit, but come on. So I'll let those other YouTubers talk about all of those big numbers. Hey, it gets the views, right? Gets you to click on it, gets the views. But here we keep it real. We look at legitimate support and resistance areas, where the liquidations are, what's happening with other cryptos as well, particularly Bitcoin, because we can judge generally how Dogecoin is going to trade in relation to Bitcoin, but then Doge can have its own little pumps like we saw earlier today, where it actually exceeds Bitcoin, which of course this is my whole theory now over the past or the next 6 to 9 months, that Dogecoin is going to significantly outperform Bitcoin, and that if you are buying cryptocurrency today, you'd be much better buying Doge than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to outperform Dogecoin. But that's just me, right? That's just me. I had cash on Friday. I bought Bitcoin. No, I bought Dogecoin. I bought some Fetch, and I bought some Say, because they're going to outperform Bitcoin for the rest of this cycle. Up to the top. We'll see how long it takes us to get to what we think the top is, where we're going to be selling, taking some profits. But I think they're going to outperform Bitcoin. Dogecoin live chat, competing with Monday Night Football. Hey, if you want to watch the Jets and McCaffrey-less 49ers, you go right ahead. That's probably be interesting to watch Aaron Rodgers, and does he really not mess up his ankle or foot or whatever he did last year. You can watch that after the stream. You don't have to watch the first few plays. So, goodbye gains. As predicted, what do you think chances are we're going to be seeing 8 cent or 7 cent Doge before the takeoff? Looking to invest a little bit more. I don't. We may dip back in the 9s again, but I don't see 8 or 7. I don't see that negativity happening. Unless, again, there's some black swan event where all of a sudden something totally crashes. But it's right before a presidential election here in the United States. So I don't see anything like that happening. What's up, Bobby? Welcome. CDM reminds everybody to hit the like button. Hit the likes. Appreciate that. Will October be good for Bitcoin? Yeah, but wait till October 1st before I give my real October price prediction. But Octobers have been great months of trading for crypto, particularly in the 4-year cycles, the month right before the presidential election. Good for Doge as well. But yeah, we gotta wait till October 1st to see my Dogecoin October price prediction. How do I think Doge will react if there is rate cuts and if there isn't? It's almost certainly going to be a yes. And I did call that out in my September price prediction video that we would be seeing some volatility here. But in the end of all of that volatility, I think we're going to be right where we were right before the volatility happens. That's what I think is going to happen. In the end, it's going to probably end up right where it was. But there'll be some up and down. Does it go up and then down, or does it drop down and then go up higher? I don't know yet. But it's going to be something like that. That's my guess. There's always good spicy action at a FOMC meeting. You have Doge 14 cents. We call it 14 cents a coin, not a share. Shares are stocks. So we call it average for your coin. Do I sell it and rebuy immediately? So we talk about swing trading a lot on this channel and what the risks are there. And the risk is always that you're going to sell it. Like if you were eyeing, something up in the, let's say it hits 10 cents, right? You say, well, Doge is going to hit 10 cents. I'm going to sell it. And here's what we had today. We had Doge coming up. It hit 10 cents. And you would have sold because you think, yeah, I'll buy back in when it goes back down to 9 cents. Well, what has Dogecoin done? Doge has continued to trade up to 10.4. Now it's dropping down as predicted, right down to like 10.26. But is it going to come all the way back down below 10 cents? You don't know. This idea about selling and buying in lower, it's risky. It's risky. In the long term, you're just better off buying spot and holding. DCAing, buying on the dips and holding and waiting for the real big moves, which aren't happening yet. And what are you really going to gain? You're going to gain a few Doge, right? Save a little cash on maybe on the swing back down. But what if it doesn't go back down? What if we don't see 9 cent Doge again? We have this little dip down here to grab some liquidity and it turns around and trades back up, which it could. So that's the risk of that kind of strategy. You've taken some profit, moved your stops down to 53K. Well, that's a pretty safe move there. That's a good move. I don't trade with leverage, but if you are a leverage trader and you've seen this little run here, that's a good strategy. Take some profit and then lower your risk. If there wasn't any short or long leverage trades, what would the market look like? Well, I mean, it would look like those tokens, right? Those meme tokens, all of that volatility. What the short and long leverage does is it keeps things from getting totally out of control, which those meme tokens can. That's what you get. Jets or 49ers. I'm going Jets in the over. I am too, Bobby. If I was betting, the Niners without McCaffrey just aren't the same. I mean, the odds have probably factored that in. I don't even know what the betting odds were, but. And the Jets can't keep losing. They've been losing for a long time. Bonjour, Colm. Bitcoin goes to 100K. Where would that leave Doge? Well, so we did the calculation, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes to 100K. Let's just call it double, right? It's double the price from here, 50 to 100, right? So Doge would go from 10 cents to 20 cents. That's without anything else. Without anything else. Bitcoin goes to 100K. Wow, that's huge. That's big news. It's going to be all over the news. Bitcoin hits $100,000 a coin. But Doge at 20 cents, we were just there in April. Beginning of April, we were at 20 cent Doge. Dogecoin hits to 20 cents. It's no big deal. We expect it to be a lot higher. So, but without any specific Dogecoin catalyst, if Bitcoin goes to 100K from here, Dogecoin's around 20 cents. I would expect Doge to maybe move a little more, but that's generally all it would be, which is why we need something else to happen with Doge. That's what we're waiting for. How long is that going to take? We'll get to the news in just a little bit, and we'll talk about Elon. Yes, billions of dollars sitting up above 70K. Yeah, billions of dollars up there. I showed the heat map the other day. A lot of shorts going to get totally wrecked if they don't close those out. Why not $2? It's too early. I believe absolutely someday Dogecoin's going to hit $2, but it's too early to be talking about that. Doge is still at 10 cents. It's still 10-cent Doge. We need something to happen to spur Doge. I mean, we'll be lucky at this point to get back to 73 cents for Dogecoin. And people are predicting $2 Doge. And it's just like, guys, too early. I think it takes $1 billion to get Doge to move up 1 cent. Yeah, not quite. It could move. Or to the moon. Whatever you think the moon is, Roz. I was going to sell my 14 and rebuy at 10.4. Sell at 14 cents and rebuy at 10.4. You know, if Dogecoin moves up to 14 cents, it's probably not dipping back down into the 10s if we see that kind of move. Probably not at this point. We are still in an overall big scale bull market. And those kinds of drops we won't see until the bear again, I think. Even 2x not going to be safe. It's a 3.5-point spread. Jets. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Isn't it true that we should have never have run so early in February? I know. It was, folks, it was front run by the Bitcoin spot ETFs. That was a front running of the prices this cycle. Yes. So everything got pumped early. There were high expectations through the Bitcoin halving, but price was already coming down into the Bitcoin halving. Post halving, I had predicted it going lower and settling. I just didn't think that the lower prices would keep getting lower all summer long. So it was a very bearish kind of summer, but the overall bull market is still in play. But yeah, it was a front run cycle, but I don't think 73K was the all-time high this cycle for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin still will have a second run and will eclipse that 73K. Yes. Meanwhile, Volk says, I'll take those 73 cents. I would too. And I'll be taking some profit on some on Doge at 73 cents. I will do that. Elon could easily implement Doge payments. He could do stuff right now. Like he could be paying X creators in Doge. He could do that without, he doesn't need a crypto money transmitter license to do that. That's only for like peer-to-peer payments and things like that. But he could pay people in Doge if he wanted to. People are panicking. Looks like Doge is still on track. Little bits. on Elon. So let's see what we got. Oh, this is the stupid Benzinga thing. I can't. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin resume uptrend. BTC needs to stay above 55,850 for the rest of the week. And who's saying that? It's Gel. So here's Gel. Bitcoin tagged the channel lows and bounced, reclaimed 60K from here, and the Q4 seasonality theme really enters the stage. So that's what Gel is saying. Is let's get back over this red line here, back over 60K. Because the trend, again, since the front running of the Bitcoin spot ETF up to 73, it has been a downward channel since then. Nobody predicted this. Nobody predicted this. Everybody was elated by this run up of Bitcoin. Everyone was talking about the scarcity of Bitcoin. I had predicted post Bitcoin halving, we would see some pullback. And then in May, when Bitcoin's price came back up here to revisit 70K, we were like, okay, here we go. We're in bull market. Nope. June just tanked. July, August tanked. But as we saw in previous bull markets, Bitcoin has always had big pullbacks of 20, 30%. And we saw that here, particularly this one in August. That big 30% pullback. But that has happened in previous bull cycles as well. We just don't know when that's going to happen. So that's Bitcoin. Elon Musk reignites public support for Dogecoin, triggers the price rebound. So what happened here? Over the weekend, Elon sparked another frenzy among the Dogecoin community with the new post, and it was this. And I talked about this yesterday in my video on, is Elon really serious now about Dogecoin or not? So I got some good reaction from a lot of people. Some people still think Elon is just trolling us and has no intention whatsoever of doing anything really with Dogecoin again. But a lot of people are waiting. We're waiting for Elon to actually really do something, which would be huge. It did move Doge. I mean, we're not in 9 cents anymore. I mean, we were close to dropping into the 8s. We were really close to dropping into the 8s. And instead, we're up here at 10 cents now. So, Mert, this is good. So what else? So following post, Dogecoin saw recovery, pushing it to 10 cents. That's what we've got. And overall, now that Dogecoin is at 10 cents, will Elon Musk's backing push Doge to $1? Now, again, this is just a news article talking about Doge to $1. They're always going to put that in titles because it gets people to click on it. I'm not ready to do a Doge to $1 thumbnail or video yet. You won't see that from me. Is Doge going to $1? Not yet. Let's see some good positive movement in Doge first before I start talking about Doge to $1. If you want to go listen to others talk about Doge to $1, there's lots of other YouTubers out there who will talk about it. But that's not going to be here. We try and keep it real. Now, could Doge go to $1? Sure, but I've told you what needs to happen for that. And what we talk about isn't anything TA or charts. It's actual news. It's something really happening that will make that happen. So what happened? So Elon Musk did win his Dogecoin lawsuit. So that was a good thing. Mert says Elon doesn't want to get sued again, but he got that other lawsuit dismissed. So I think that kind of frees him to say what he wants and do what he wants. I think his lawyers were probably urging Elon to not go pumping Dogecoin. But now that lawsuit has been thrown out. I think that opens the door a little bit. So we had that. Elon has been kind of backing Doge. In a recent X post, he said that he would like to add Dogecoin as a payment option for Tesla merchandise again. Thought that that would be a good idea. Hasn't done it yet. Again, we need to see it really happen other than him just saying it. A lot of us would like to see Doge as a viable payment for vehicles too, but he hasn't addressed that yet. In addition, an ex-user recently deemed Dogecoin as a potential solution against Brazil's alleged freezing of Starlink's bank accounts. Said Dogecoin fixes this. And Elon said, you make a good point. Again, just something else with Elon, just okay. Imagine Starlink all being paid for by with Doge. That would be cool. So that endorsement, combined with his recent legal win, has sparked speculation in the market. Musk's active promotion of Dogecoin, even after the lawsuit dismissal, has led investors to bet on Doge's potential. Similarly, Donald Trump has said that he would propose an advisory position to Elon Musk because Elon offered and said he could help with a lot of the inefficiency in the United States government. And someone came up with the name, the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge. Elon thought that was funny, thought it was hilarious. And then he posted this little AI thing with Doge. Somebody else probably made it and sent it to him, or he posted it and he right-click, save, repost himself. He does that. So I talked about this in yesterday's video. And then this morning, he was replying to CB Doge, and Elon said, naturally, our official mascot will be the Doge. So, what's Elon really going to do? But with all of that, that's enough positivity to get a lot of Dogecoin people to like, okay, we're going to scoop up some more Doge, add more to our bags. Something's going to happen. And the pessimists and the Elon haters, they're just going to continue to say, he's just trolling us. Nothing's going to happen with Doge. The bears out there, yeah, like Mert here. Sure, that's your opinion. As Frank says, though, yep, as Frank says, if it becomes real, that's what a lot of us are here for, if it becomes real. And he's hinting an awful lot. Something will happen. So, I mean, that's what's going on, is all of that. It's pretty exciting. I mean, I'd rather be on the train of the world's richest man who can actually have an influence and do something here. I mean, really do something, and this can go crazy, than just following some random meme token. Again, I can just tell you what I'm doing, and I got a lot of Dogecoin. I got a lot riding on this. I'm hoping it does well. If it doesn't, I'm still up on my investment more than I would be if I just had it in the stock market. But the chances of like making $1 million on Dogecoin, that's there. That is there. And the odds of that now are a lot better than they were a week ago. So that's what I'm looking at. Meanwhile, Kev Capital's saying, hey, look, we still have these 4-year cycles. And as they continue to play out, we are looking for the next big run in Doge, just on a TA basis, regardless of the news. He just says, look at the cycles. 2016 into 2017, 2020 into 2021, and here we are in 2024. Yes, 4 years later, looking at the possibility of the same thing. Is it a coincidence it's every 4 years? Does it align with post-Bitcoin halving, which is every 4 years? Does it align with the US presidential election every 4 years? Global liquidity, the way market cycles work every 4. I mean, it's there. That is true, Mark. If Elon is going to go on Saturday Night Live again, you sell the day before. You sell the day before. If you learned anything from 2021, right, you sell the day before. So that's what Kev says. And meanwhile, overall total crypto market cap, it looks like we're heading back above $2 trillion here after this little dip just below. These are the 2021 highs here, the double top we had on crypto market cap. And that, according to Kevin, this is setting up for a reversal right here. And it's time for this to go much higher. Again, similar to what happened in 2017, 2021, and this would be 2025. Mustache says, consolidation as in every cycle. Do you really think it's different this time? Do you really think it's different this time? 2017, 2021, most likely 2025. Now, it always starts a little bit before. We have a little run that's starting in 2020. We have a little run starting in 2016. Now we're in 2024, so expect a little run. But the big move most likely isn't until 2025, following the 4-year cycles. Meanwhile, we look at today over the past 24 hours, and it's like, yeah, the market looks pretty good. It's very green. Now, we had a lot of red markets over the past few months, so seeing the green again, that's pretty good. Here's Doge up 7% over the past 24 hours. Yeah, not as good as Phantom or Aave or Rune, but that's pretty good. There's a few negatives. We have Helium. They've gone on a big run, so they're pulling back. And Sats. Cardano was moving pretty well the past couple days, but decided to take a breather today. But overall, good in the market. There's Fetch AI. That's one that I had just picked up. Now up 8%. That's not bad. Buy something on a Friday, and by Monday, it's already up 10%. That's good timing. So And the liquidations are going to be what they're going to be. Again, now they're hunting out some of the leveraged longs. So I kind of see if the volume is going to tick down in trading, we're going to see some pullback here and maybe take some leverage positions down a little lower, particularly on the Bitcoin chart. But it looks like they already took down a $500,000 one right here at 56.6. And now this has turned around, come up to 56.9. But I fully expect this to come down and maybe pick something up between 56.4 and 56K. Most likely we're going to drop somewhere in that range. That'd be my guess. But right now we're enjoying a good green day. So it's okay to celebrate that. Too early to be talking about Doge to $1 or $2, as I said. We got a ways to go before that. For those who are waiting for Dogecoin to drop down to like 6 cents, 7 cents, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but I've been telling you my opinion all along. Sure, when Dogecoin was 13 cents, I did not think it was going to drop to 10 cents. I didn't think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought some at 13 cents like I did. I didn't buy a lot, but it was on a dip. I thought, yeah, it's good to pick up on a dip. But I bought more the other day at 9 cents, 9.09. We have time to continue buying. Yes, Armando, but now you're buying in the 10s instead of the 9s. So it's a little bit higher. Elon is not the type of guy, in my opinion, who would hint this much about Doge if he wasn't going to do something. He knows people pour their money into it after he tweets. He won't let them down. That's a positive thought. Not everybody agrees with that. Some people just think Elon's having fun, but he isn't really going to back it up with something serious. That's what makes this fun, though, isn't it? Isn't it? That's what makes it fun. If you were absolutely 100% sure that it was going to happen, this wouldn't be as much fun, right? Got to put a little risk in there, a little, right? Otherwise, it'd be too easy and everybody would do it. Because of the uncertainty, it's like, yeah, that's what makes this great, right? That's what makes this great. 2025 is the year for Doge. Doge to a quarter would be nice, and then it may start some FOMO. Maybe to the almighty dollar. Again, I think it actually needs a use case, a real use case for that. It's not going to make $1 just based on hopium and a response to a bunch of funny memes by Elon Musk. That's not going to make Dogecoin go to $1. Actually, use it on X. Use it for Tesla cars. Make something more significant, bigger. Gets the news out there, gets more people coming in, seeing what Doge is about. Buying Doge, price goes up. Folks is a little shy of 2 million Doge. Bags are packed. That would be nice. Presidential debate is Tuesday night, United States time, around 9 o'clock, if I recall. Did James Earl Jones pass away? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, DM. How are you? The high for Doge, I don't know yet, Ramsey. It depends on what happens. I can't be telling you what the high is. Is Doge going to be incorporated on X? Is it really going to be used as a currency, as payments? Or not? Those are two different price predictions, completely different price predictions. Hi, Denise. How are you? I saw that James Earl Jones had a stuttering problem in his early years. Wow. Imagine what his life would have been had he not connected with that teacher. I know, that says a lot about teachers, doesn't it? It's amazing what they can do. I still remember a lot of my early teachers and the influence they had on me. So good for James Earl Jones. He had a good life. Matt Wallace. Right, Jessup. Will the bull market still continue if Kamala wins? Sure, it continued when Joe Biden won last time. Right? Same kind of policies. And what did we see in 2021? That huge run that we had for Dogecoin up to 73 cents happened with Joe Biden as president. We're all going to be broke. Only if you do something stupid, Derek. Over leveraging, chasing a bunch of stupid meme tokens. That's how you do it. I mean, you can just go on to, you can go onto X and you can say at Coinfessions and read some of these things in yellow. And you'll see again and again and again people that have lost it all and how they've lost it. Again and again and again. And most of it is chasing meme tokens and trading with leverage. It's easy to make money. It's kind of stupid to lose money, particularly in a bull market. You shouldn't be losing money in crypto right now. You should not. If you are, you're doing something really stupid. So, but yeah, read some of these from Coinfessions and you're like, nothing to show for 3 years of hoping. Well, buy on the dips and hold in a bull market. We're in a bull market. If you bought anything in the past 2 years, except for the time period from March till now, you're up. So I want everyone to make money. Just don't be stupid. Don't go chasing leverage. And 99% of those meme tokens you're going to lose on. Price prediction for BTC and Dogecoin after the Fed's meeting. So this is September 18th, and we talked about this. And like I said, Doge is going to be somewhere in this range in the tens. It's probably going to come up and come down, or it's going to come down and come up. Going to be some volatility, most likely going to be right where it was. And Bitcoin will still be in the mid 50s. 57K, 58K, somewhere in there. Not going to be much different than it is today, but we'll see some up and down movement. That's what I think will happen next Wednesday. So I have it marked here on my Doge chart in this blue line. And we'll see how that is next week. We'll see how that is. Right now, we're enjoying this nice move up. Back in the tens. It's good to see. We have an army of Dogecoin millionaires in here. Doge millionaires, not United States dollar millionaires. We need Doge to be $1 for that million Dogecoin to be truly make you a millionaire. Of course, you sell the Dogecoin, you got to pay taxes on the profits. You know, there's all of that. So eager to learn, just keep showing up. Watch the videos, join in on the live streams, ask questions. We're a friendly group here. Pro's got 145K Doge. That'll be a nice bag. So Zima, Doge is my retirement. It's good to have a plan. Dogecoin. There are others that have been doing very well. I've been talking about Aave for weeks. If any of you have been watching this Aave chart, you're like, this has been quite a run here that we've had since July, when Aave was back down about $72, $73, and now it's up at 140. So it's almost doubled in price. While other things have been going down, Aave's been going up. That's a pretty good move. So I've got a nice little bag of Aave. It came back down almost to my initial buy price of $68. But now I'm back up over 100% profit. So that's been a good one. And once the real bull market hits, $200, $300 for Aave, that'll be nice. Fetch is the one that I just bought right here on Friday. I bought it at $1.05. It's now up over $1.20. That's a nice little 10% move. It's a start. I had owned this before down at like 50 cents. It sold for a profit, but just felt here this was a good time to buy back in on this dip. Let's go, right? Let's go. Let's make some money. If you guys want me to look at any other coins, be glad to. Just let me know. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Appreciate all that support. Thank you. Our Kriss DCA portfolio is back up to $17,800. We had dipped all the way down to $16,800 here earlier today. But it was nice to have that recovery because we do have almost half of our portfolio is Dogecoin. And so Dogecoin has a nice move today, up 8%. So does our portfolio. Our portfolio is up 6% because we do have some other stuff in there that didn't move as much as Doge. Yeah, Jasmine. So our Jasmine, here's our average buy price, 0.0036. We're up 430% on Jasmine. Now, we were up double that when Jasmine was up at 4 cents. Now trying to get back up over 2 cents. We can look at the Jasmine chart here. Trying to get back over this blue line, which is the 2 cent line. That'll be good for Jasmine to move up over it, retest it as support, and then move up higher. I'd expect that move coming soon for Jasmine. You make 20 grand on stocks and sell. What are they taxing you? Well, it depends on how much you've held it. So if you held it for a year or more, then it is a short-term capital gains tax, which is like 15%, and then and depends on what state you live in. Different states have different rates. Massachusetts is a pretty heavily taxed, not as bad as California. California is about the worst. There's a few other states that are really, really bad. But if you owned it only for less than a year, then it's a short-term capital gains. And between federal and state, you could be paying 37 to 40% on the profit. So that 20 grand of profit ends up being more like 12, 13% or 13 grand. And you give seven of that 20 in taxes. which is why I buy and hold for at least a year, so that I'm doing a long-term capital gains on my profit, not short-term. Just about all the crypto I've held for a year or more, except for some that I bought last December, which was Celestia and Sui, and then the stuff I just bought last week, and then some Doge dips here and there. But that's the Doge I'm going to be holding long term. Is going to be that Doge. Nice to see you, Space Dog. Yep, been following Jasmine. Haven't sold any yet. Nope. I mean, looking back on the chart, obviously should have sold at 4 cents and bought back in at 2 cents, but I'm not playing that game. I'm not taking those chances. Nobody knew that was going to happen. It's easy to look back on the charts and say shoulda, woulda, coulda, but we don't play that game here, right? You make the best decision based on the current price, where it is. What do? I think Jasmine's going to be much higher than 4 cents this bull run, so I didn't sell. Didn't take any profit yet. Crow, Crypto.com. Just touched 8 cents here earlier today and then pulled back. Could not break above 8 cents for Crow. Crow's going to do fine. Crow's going to go on a big run just with everything else. Here's the daily chart. We can see where it ran back up in March. I mean, everything was running in March, so it was up over 16 cents. So yeah, from 8 cents to 16 cents, we'll see that. It'll double in price. Will it be even more? Let's go to the weekly chart. What did it do last cycle? Oh, 70 cents. Whoa. I do not see Crow going back to 70 cents. I don't see that kind of run happening. You never know, but it's an exchange token. So it's like, I think this was totally overhyped back in 2021. Now, some will say, well, Doge kind of did the same thing, right? Went up to 73 cents, went on a big run, like very similar to this. But Crypto.com doesn't have Elon Musk, right? It doesn't have that potential that Dogecoin has. For any of you that bought Crow back here in 2021, way up here, you may never be back in the green. But, a run back up to 16 cents. And then the next support resistance line is probably around 32 cents, 33 cents. That's not too far from where my Doge line is, actually. I can actually put that on the chart here. And that would be right around, 32.8 or so. I'll just put that on the chart here. That's what I'd be looking at. If Crow got up to 32 cents, I'd be selling it all, just taking the profit. But that's a 4x from here. That's a pretty decent profit. Now, some of you want 100x. I don't know what to say. You got to hit the right meme coin at the right time, like Sheeb when it was starting, or one of those, and the chances of hitting one of those this cycle, pretty small. That's very risky. You can take a small part of your portfolio, do something like that, but again, it's a risk. It's a risk. I mean, investing in cryptocurrency is risky enough, but that's very risky. Texas, no capital gains. Right, so you just pay the Fed, not the state. Your 1 year anniversary is coming up. Bitcoin falling below 50K. Well, it did earlier this summer. I don't see that happening again, though. Not this cycle. When people look at Dogecoin as a piggy bank, pays better interest than a bank account, people may buy and hold out for the gains. Yep, Doge has been sluggish like most of crypto has all summer long, and we were following it, and we talked about it. Just trying to get through the summer. So here we are in September. Once we get past this FOMC meeting, I think people will be feeling a lot better. No capital gains if you lose. Just don't sell for a loss. Don't do it. Sandbox. I have not looked at Sandbox in a long time, Joshua. Long time. I have no idea what the Sandbox price is these days. Low volume on Coinbase. It's hardly trading. It's like nobody's trading this. Look at this chart. Nobody's trading this. It's practically dead. If I see a chart like this, it's like there's no sales. This is a 15-minute chart. It can go like 30, 45 minutes with not one trade on Coinbase. Nobody's trading this. This is what Doge was like back in 2019. It was just like this. Maybe it's an opportunity if you see like some huge thing happening with Sandbox coming up, but not right now. Nobody's trading this. It's pretty dead. That's what the daily looks like. Yeah, so in March, it was up at 80 cents. Traded down to 25. And somebody was trading it back here, but then back in March, like everyone was trading crypto. There was a lot going on. But now, not much going on. 25 cents actually looks like a pretty good pickup price if you believe in this thing. I mean, back in 2023, it only got down to 28 cents. So yeah, this is like the lows. I mean, at this price, 99% of the holders are in the red. If you believe this thing's going to go up, this is a pretty good time to buy. And then you're in the like 1 to 2% of people that are actually in the green. Because everybody else who's bought this thing over the past couple of years are all in the red. I mean, look at this, $1.40, 2022. What a sell-off. Huge sell-off. Personally, I don't know what is going to happen with all of this stuff that Sandbox was supposed to do. The whole idea of like metaverse is like no one's interested in it. But I don't know. Some people might see this as an opportunity. 25-cent Sandbox. If something happens with it over the next few years, this could be an ideal time to like put a little money into this thing. And if it hits, you're going to be sitting pretty good. Just a thought. I hadn't looked at that in a long time. Bonk. So Bonk has been on an interesting run. Does Bonk have any future? Jay asks. I think it does because it's like the Solana meme token. It's like the #1 Solana meme token. And that if they're going to do something with the next version of their Solana phone, they're going to airdrop Bonk tokens onto that next Solana phone, we're going to see this kind of price action again, where Bonk just goes nuts. So I bought Bonk, and I'm sitting on Bonk, and I'm waiting for the next big run. This is one of the memes that I do own. And when it gets up into these prices, I will sell. I feel much better about getting like a 3x or 4x on Bonk than trying to chase some 10x or 1000x meme token that you don't know the devs, you don't know anything about it. It's got a funny name. It's got a great community. You don't know if that's a real community or not. It's being promoted by these fake celebs. So, but yeah, I own some of this Bonk. I'm still in the green because I bought it in these ranges between 10 and 14. So it's up at 17. I'm in the green on it. What I bought. See how it does. I'm not one of those like George, though, who just says everything is going to 10x from here. Because this is not going to happen. Hey, Wei, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Seems not many people know about crypto. I know. We here are in a bubble, right? We're in a bubble. Those people out there, they have no idea. Might have heard about Bitcoin something, thinks it's a Ponzi scheme, thinks it's not real. So we're early. We are early. Hey, Star, how are you? If Doge goes on X payments, what percentage of people on X will actually use Doge on a day-to-day basis? If Elon builds X payments so that it actually is actively used, like PayPal, because that's what it would be, right? It would be like a PayPal. And integrates like Shopify for shopping and all of that, then Doge will be huge and people will actually use it. How many of the 500 million X users would actually use it? I don't know. Small percentage, certainly, to start. But it looks like Elon is going to have fiat starting. So most people will just continue to use fiat and won't use Doge. I mean, PayPal now, you can buy some Litecoin or some Bitcoin or some ETH, and they have one other choice. I think it's like Bitcoin Cash. And you can now have the option when you're checking out and paying with PayPal, you can actually use your crypto. But it's not really crypto. You don't really own the crypto on PayPal. There's no wallets, there's no nothing. You're just buying the price. Whether they are actually buying the crypto on the back end or not on PayPal, I don't know. But on Doge, I think what Elon would have his engineers do is actually make real wallets, and people would have wallets and a way for you then to transfer wallet to wallet, and it would all be on chain. That would be awesome. Nothing on PayPal is on chain. That would be huge, and it would be huge for Doge. Is he actually going to do that? Don't know. What's up, Charles? Why are people scared? Rate cuts haven't even begun to take hold. I know, Teodoro. I think people are just kind of bummed out from the summer. Watching Doge go from 17 to 16 to 15 to 14 to 13 to 12 to 11 to 10 to 9. I mean, that's pretty tough. It's been a tough summer. But it hasn't just been Doge. It's been almost all cryptos have done it. So late to the chat. Seen a rumor Trump is going to start a crypto platform. Yeah. Liberty, World Liberty, something or other. Yeah. The Don Jr. and Eric are behind this. It looks like it's going to be some kind of DeFi platform or something. That's all they've talked about it. We don't know anything. Investors make money in crypto, yes, but you've got to follow the cycles. You've got to, buy right. The exchanges automatically make money. Automatically make money because they make money on each trade, right? I mean, look at Binance. How many billions of dollars Binance has been making over the years. Now, CZ may have done a few illegal things at the beginning, and it finally caught up to him and he went to jail. But he's coming out this month, right? He's going to be free. He's in a halfway house now. He comes out like next week or the week after. Free man again. He just can't run Binance again. So just don't do stupid things. And you make money running an exchange. So if the Trumps think that they can make money running some kind of DeFi crypto platform, good for them. Could be. What's up, Rocky? Am I bullish on SHIB? I'm bullish on SHIB in that it's probably going to go on a run. Long term, I'm not as bullish on SHIB as I am Doge. I think Doge will continue to be used as currency, and that will continue to grow over time, but not SHIB. Nobody's using Shibarium. The only thing that's being built on Shibarium are people that are already in the SHIB ecosystem. Devs don't see Shibarium as a way to make a lot of money. The burning of the SHIB tokens has been slow, if anything. But SHIB will probably go on a big run. And I bought some SHIB waiting for that big run to happen. We saw one back in March. That was pretty good. Went a little over half of its all-time high from 2021, but it was a good run. And traded back down half that, a little less. It'll probably go on a big run, 4x from here, maybe 5. And I'll be selling, taking profits, and I'll be done with SHIB. Won't buy it again. That's just this cycle. That's what I think will happen. Algorand. Algorand has actually been trading pretty well. And I'll show you that. It's been trading up since Friday, but it also had this big run we had late in August. A lot of it sold off, though. It couldn't hold that gain, which was too bad because that was a nice little run that Algorand had. And it couldn't hold it. But the marketing is out there. They're doing some collaborative work with Cardano. The blockchain is great tech. I don't know. They had a bunch of devs leave a couple of years ago. That hurt because they were chasing the Solana thing, I'm sure. And I own a bag of Algorand, and I was hoping it would go up to $1, but I don't have those high hopes now of Algo going to $1. I mean, we can see from where it was before, up over $2. This light yellow line is a $2 line. This heavy one is a $1 line. I don't even think it's going to make that. That'd be nice, but my expectations aren't there. I'll probably be taking profits down in the 50, 60 cent range if I can get there from here. Again, another 4x from here. But still a great return, better than you're going to get on the stock market for the most part. But it shows signs of life. It's still number 60 in the top 100 of cryptos. In 8 years, soda vending machines will accept Doge. Just scan a QR code. Can a Dr. Pepper rolls down? That'd be awesome. I don't see that happening. But it'd be awesome if it did. For today, I was thinking September, but today was September. Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of even out in this range here. This kind of run probably isn't going to continue, but I don't think we're going to drop all the way back down into like the mid 9s. You know, last year I thought Cardano would take off following Solana, and it just didn't. Charles just continues to do Charles things. I hear it's a beast to develop on. So not a lot of exciting new projects being built on it. They had one meme snack that took off. Other than that, I don't know. Not very bullish on Cardano. But Doge is ready to go to the moon. Yes, Whiskey. Got rid of your sheep and bought some ETH, Jay? Hey, you know, a lot of people still calling for $10,000 ETH. But ETH's been slow moving. Vitalik has been selling a lot of ETH, I guess. People blame it on his girlfriend. I don't know. KP would buy some Dr. Pepper with Doge. $200 worth of sheep. Hey, you know, it's worth throwing a few bucks at it. Then eventually when sheep goes on its huge run, you've got, yeah, I got some of that. I got some of that. Makes you feel good. I didn't want to be sitting on the sidelines this bull cycle if sheep does indeed go on a big run and be out of it. I'm in it purely for the profit. I don't really care about Shibarium, Sheep Swap, any of their NFT game things or anything. I don't care about any of that. On that one, I just want the price to go up, make a lot of money, sell, big profit. That's the difference I feel between Sheep and Doge. Is that right there? I just want the profit. You think volume would be massive now in all crypto? I think we'll see an influx of people getting in. We're going into fall. Prices are insanely good. So I think last cycle, crypto got a lot of attention, mostly from lockdowns and stimulus checks. People all of a sudden were receiving like money from the government that was outside of their salary. And crypto was a place where people put it. A lot of it went into the stock market too. But I don't see that kind of, most of the exposure this cycle so far has just been Bitcoin with the ETFs. But those are people who already are investment people, right? Those that have like BlackRock, Fidelity accounts. Those aren't the common folk who are going to be pumping Doge. That's going to take a bit to get out there again. The word about crypto, particularly Doge. But I think it'll happen again at some point in this cycle. There's going to be that magic moment where all of a sudden, like Robinhood is like the #1 finance app again. You got all these people putting money into Robinhood and they're buying Doge. Yep. You're unable to sleep, team insomnia there, Niels. Well, it's a good place to be. Hang out with us. Debate tomorrow night. I don't think crypto will be bought up, KP. I don't think so. There's too many other things to talk about. I'm going to talk about crypto. They may talk about taxes and tariffs. We'll hear about that. Taxes and tariffs. That's the financial thing. And of course, Kamala's old, same kind of thing about, people are hurting. We need to help people. It's all handouts. And I'm like anti-handout. Totally anti-handout right now. You're in Boston for the weekend. You stayed at the Encore. You won 2,800 on the Wheel of Fortune slot. That's awesome. Yeah, the Encore's nice. I mean, I live in Boston, so I don't stay there, but I've been there. It's like a Las Vegas casino, like stuck in Boston. It's nice. It's a Wynn casino, Wynn brand. You're welcome, Honorata. XRP. No substantial movement. You said it right there at the end of your chat. No substantial movement. And that is the life of XRP, isn't it? What is it, 53 cents now? Stable coin. Yep, 53.49, exactly. Stable coin. Just go all the way back, up, down, and it's like, you go to the weekly chart. Well, this one doesn't go back quite as far, but I mean, it's where it was in 2018. I mean, in 2018, if you were buying Dogecoin, a lot of it, as opposed to XRP, you're making money. XRP, though, stable coin. Now, it's had some ups and downs, certainly. 2021, everything was kind of going crazy. Well, I think we'll be lucky to see $1 XRP again. Lucky. But here's Dogecoin's chart. In 2018, you were buying at 0.003. So 30x versus 1x. I'll take 30x any day over a 1x. Hey, Zippy, how are you? So the ETFs, yeah. I mean, even Michael Saylor was asked that this morning on CNBC, and he said, over time, it's going to be that sort of additional financial thing, that another way for people to buy into the greatest performing asset over the last 12 years. Which continues to have new holders of it, a different way for people to hold it. I mean, BlackRock, right, now owns a ton of Bitcoin that they didn't own a year ago on behalf of a lot of their clients who just basically told their financial advisor, get me some of that Bitcoin. So they buy the ETF, right? And then they have to buy the Bitcoin to put in their custodian wallet on Coinbase, because they have to have 1 per 1, right? The grayscale mess, that just has to sort of finish playing out, and then it'll just go up from here. Same thing with the ETH ETF. Even worse on the ETH ETF because there wasn't as much buying at the front like there was for Bitcoin, which was kind of expected. If the economy was better, people would have extra money to invest. That's true. It's a completely different economy now than it was 4 years ago. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of people were hurting 4 years ago because of the lockdowns, furloughs, all sorts of things were going on there. But the government was handing out stimulus checks. Hey, Alex. Just add 500,000 to my Doge. Is there any news and update which we don't know? Nope. Just the last Elon thing was the only thing I covered, which was on my my ex Twitter. Late last night, Elon said naturally our official mascot will be the Doge. Will be the Doge. That was his last Dogecoin tweet there. Kind of fun. H-bar. So, you know, H-bar back over 5 cents. Yeah, it's done okay so far, September, but it's kind of trading right now pretty much with most other coins. But yeah, been a really tough summer for H-bar, particularly from back here in April when there was that fake news about BlackRock and Hedera, something where the price spiked up to 18 cents and it's just sold off since then, all the way back down to 4.5, which is where I initially bought some. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Up here at 18 cents. That would have been a nice time to sell, wouldn't it? Oh, well. I haven't heard any spectacular news about it, anything exciting about it, other than that they're one of the advertisers at those fighting things, influencer fight club, whatever George is running. Hedera's involved advertising for that, and I guess you can do that betting on boxing matches, and it's all on a Hedera blockchain. That's kind of cool. Kind of a niche thing, but it's cool. So that's what's going on. Hey, good run on Doge. Now we're just kind of settling around in the low 10s. We'll see whether that continues. I'll be back live again on Wednesday. Join me then, my normal time at 4:00 p.m. Join me there. Probably have a video come out tomorrow. Just catch up on other things that are going on. I hope you all are well, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.